Hello. In this video we're going to give you a brief introduction into what it's like being a mentor to an apprentice. What does being a mentor involve? Why are mentors important? A mentor is there to give a learner a point of contact, help plan the development of that apprentice, keep the apprentice motivated, get the most out of the college visits with the work-based tutors, and provide an overall role model within the company. We use a mentor handbook alongside this presentation. It's designed to assist you through the whole mentor process. We're now going to watch a series of short videos where we talk to one of our existing apprentice mentors. We're going to ask them questions about the first day planning, working with a work-based tutor, helping an apprentice to build a portfolio, working with an apprentice in general, and getting that apprentice ready for the end gateway. Your apprentice's first day. What did you plan for your apprentice's first day? We put quite a lot of planning into our apprentice's first day. I went and met them at reception, introduced myself and what my role was and where I sat within the company. I then took them round and introduced them to the rest of the team that they'd be working with, showed them their work area, showed them where to get tea and coffee. I then went into the health and safety elements of working for our organisation, so fire drill, who the first aiders were. And I then went back to real basics regarding things like timekeeping, how to book a holiday, how we organised our lunches, really kind of, made them feel like they knew what was expected of them. And then I just wanted to make sure that they were really part of the team. So we just gave them an overview of the company and an overview of what the team did for the company. So yeah, we really wanted to put a lot of effort into making them feel very welcome and very much part of the team straight away. Working with a work-based tutor. What is it like working with a work-based tutor? I really enjoyed working with the work-based tutor at Hopwood Hall College. It enabled us to put an element of structure and planning into what we were doing with the apprentice. They were able to highlight some of the strengths and weaknesses that our apprentice had, and then we can kind of go, well, that's where we need to put our effort in for the next few weeks. They also gave us a level of connection with the college, so we did feel that if there was any information that we needed, they were there and they were able to help there. Particularly towards the end of the apprenticeship, near the gateway before the endpoint assessment, they were really helpful in ensuring that we'd done really as much as we can to give that apprentice the best possible outcome at the endpoint assessment. So yeah, all in all, it was really helpful and really useful to work really closely with the work-based tutor. Portfolio building. How do you help your apprentice build a portfolio? So when working with the apprentice, we were aware that they needed to put things in their online portfolio. The system's called OneFile. I had a login to the OneFile system. I could see when the apprentice was last on. I could see what progress they'd made. So it was really helpful kind of having that sort of connection with the work and what they were doing. It was really useful as well to understand what they had to do and what they were aiming to achieve, because I was able to stop them and say, look, you need to remember to take some photographs or some screenshots, or it enabled me to go, right, let's have a quick video. Let me take a video of you doing this because it's really important. So yeah, it's worth being involved in your apprenticeship's online portfolio, and just having an understanding of what they needed to achieve really helped me as well. Working with your apprentice. What is it like mentoring an apprentice? I personally get a lot from mentoring an apprentice. It makes me better at my job. I've got to think ahead. I've got to be more organised. But the fact that you show an apprentice something and then you build on it a little bit more and show them a little bit more, and before you know it, you turn around and you look at the apprentice and go, wow, that young person's really really got to grips with that, and I can leave them and do that job on their own. I find that brilliant, and I think every apprentice that we've had has even taken what we've shown them and maybe gone that little bit further with it, and that I find for any organisation is really exciting. One bit of advice I would give you is do get to know the apprenticeship quite well, understand what their aim is and what sort of things you should be showing them, because that gives them the best opportunity when it comes to the endpoint assessment as well. Are you gateway ready? How do you get your apprentice ready for the endpoint assessment? About 3 months before the end of the apprenticeship, our work-based tutor will make an appointment with me and the apprentice to discuss the endpoint assessment. It's called the gateway, and at that gateway we will, as a group of people, decide whether or not that apprentice is ready for the endpoint assessment. Now, it's usually quite an exciting time because they are generally just about there, and it's about pushing them for a distinction, for example, because it's a pass, merit or distinction. So it's about pushing them to get the best grade that they can. But only if we all feel that that apprentice is there and ready for that assessment do they get put in. So there is the opportunity to give them a bit of extra time if they need it. Now, with the endpoint assessment, I believe they're all slightly different, but with ours there's a professional discussion. So what we do as an organisation is we will set up a meeting with a couple of the directors, and we prepare the apprentice by giving them the opportunity to talk about their job role and what they've done. And because it's kind of quite a high pressure situation, it does prepare them. So anything you can do like that will help prepare them, depending on what their endpoint assessment involves. I do suggest you kind of do start thinking and planning activities in like that as well. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you have any further questions or need any more support, please do not hesitate to get in touch with the apprenticeship team. You can email us on apprenticeships@hopwood.ac.uk or phone us on 0161 654 4373.